Well, let's go above the water now, because imagine sailing on a ship where you don't need to carry a passport, entry card or even a ticket. Well, if you're on board the Celebrity Edge, that's exactly what will happen. She's a new cruise ship making her debut in Southampton, and it's the first ship with a facial recognition pass system. Our business presenter, Susanna Streeter, poor thing, is in Southampton for us.
Hello there, Simon. Yes, this is quite an impressive high-tech ship. It is absolutely enormous. It's its European premiere, and there are lots of very different high-tech devices on board. Also, lots of facilities for the guests. It's very different to the cross-channel ferries I'm used to, I can tell you. So there are 29 restaurants. There's the rooftop garden here. There are pools. There's a huge spa, and there's even a running track. Take a look at this. This stretches all the way round the ship for around a mile, so it just gives you some idea of the scale of this ship. Now, the cruise industry really is booming at the moment. Last year, more than 2 million passengers from the UK and Ireland took a cruise, and it's expected to grow year on year from now to at least 2023. Let's have a chat to Andy Harmer, who's from the Cruise Line International Association. Hello there, Andy. So why do you think cruising is booming in popularity?
Well, I think more people are trying cruising for the first time, and our research shows that 9 out of 10 of people who take their first cruise will cruise again the following year. So firstly, there's the repeat factor, and then it's down to impressive new ships like this one. So lots of new ships, lots of innovation on board, great food, great entertainment, and then really a cruise for everyone. So whether you want smaller ships or some of the bigger ships with lots of facilities on, there really is a cruise that will suit every household.
Now, I said it before, this is like a floating town. With the carbon emissions to match, many would say. There is concern about the environmental footprint of these huge floating towns. The captain earlier told me what this ship was doing to try and reduce its footprint. Are we seeing the same across other cruise lines?
Yeah, so all cruise lines have sustainability at the heart of everything that they do. So they've invested over $1 billion in new technology that enables us to be more sustainable year on year. And that's not just because our customers are asking for it, but actually because it's the right thing to do. We go to some incredible places around the globe, and so we're investing in new technology, particularly new fuel types such as LNG, which will reduce those emissions, and then simple things like different paint on the hull that allows us to go through the water using less fuel, or air conditioning that we can turn down because of tinted windows. So there's a lot of work being done in this area, and it really does set the standard for the rest of the maritime sector.
Now, we're focusing on mental health in the workplace all of this week on the BBC. There are 1,300 staff who work on this cruise ship, many of them in confined spaces for quite long periods of time. What's done for these employees in terms of their mental health?
Yeah, and to many of our guests, the crew really do epitomise their holiday. They're incredibly friendly and helpful and work very hard. And so there's a lot that's done by the cruise industry, whether it's the structure on board with the officers ensuring their well-being, but also some of the state-of-the-art technology in our medical rooms and some of the trained professionals that we have both on board the ships, but also in head offices as well. So the crew really are central to everything that we do. OK,
Andy Harmer from Cruise Line International Association, thank you very much for talking to us. Now, we've got to cut it short now, I'm afraid, because actually we have to get off this ship in about 5 to 10 minutes. Otherwise, we could end up going to Rome too, which would be quite nice, but I don't know if our editors would really want us to. So back to you, Simon.